And then there were four. Two past champions and two young bucks battling it out for a spot in the finals tomorrow. Our Jack McGuire has the coverage from the Shawnee Country Club.
Mother Nature stepped aside to watch some golf be played in the third round of the Lima City Golf Tournament. In the championship flight, two-time defending champ Brian Kuhlman tries holding off Bath grad Spencer Stubbs. Starting on 6, Stubbs feeling comfortable, knocking in the par putt, keeping him one up. Then on 7, he leaves the long putt oh so short of the cup. Through the front 9, he would be 2 up, though. Back 9, Kuhlman makes his move. His par putt here keeps him within 2. We move to 16. Kuhlman looking at eagle. That one barely drifts past the hole. Give that man a birdie. Now Stubbs looking to answer with a birdie of his own and dials it up beautifully. These two go all 18. There, Stubbs on the chip. A near perfect attempt as it comes within inches of the hole. Kuhlman fails to answer, which gives 20-year-old Stubbs the victory over the two-time champ.
Feels pretty good to take down a two-time defending champion. So to top him in the semis, feeling pretty comfortable for tomorrow. Just going to have to just play my game.
In the other match, UNOH golfer Cole Thomas faces off with UNOH alum and 2015 city champ Josh Holler. Hole 3 we go. Thomas keeping things simple, sinking the birdie putt to put him at +3 right out of the gate. Holler bounces back a bit on 8. He converts his own par to pull within 2. Thomas staying consistent though. On 10, another par goes down for the Arlington grad. Then to 13, Thomas sticks with his own trend, parring this one as well. The 19-year-old goes on to beat Holler 5 and 4 to earn his shot at the title.
I just made par, did what I had to do. I just made par. I mean, if he's going to make bogeys, he's going to make bogeys. Match play, just par him to death. I mean, that's how you win. There's just a lot of pars. I think I made, I probably opened up with 7 straight pars. Yesterday I opened up with 10 straight. That's what you have to do to win match play, because that just wears them out.
As the youth movement takes hold of 2018, the final match also features familiar faces. Both Stubbs and Thomas competed in state competition and against one another in high school and are now rivals within the WAC. Thomas at UNOH and Stubbs at Lords.
I mean, it's going to be easier tomorrow, I think, altogether. Cole and I have played a few rounds together. We're in the same league in college, so it's not the first time we've met up, so I think it's going to be a fun day for us.
Might have been the first tournament I ever played in, high school tournament, freshman year. We were paired together at Hawthorne, and then we were paired together again, I think, the next year. So, yeah, I mean, Spencer's a good kid. Really excited to play with him tomorrow.
Tee time is set for 3:19 Sunday. In Lima, Jack McGuire, your News Now Sports.
Thanks, Jack. We'll also find out who is Lima's best tennis player. The first round of the Lada Singles Championships today. Starting with the women, Katie Clark going against her good friend Morgan Chaney. Clark goes with the cross-court forehand. The Shawnee product wins the match 6-4, 6-2, where she would meet the winner of Des Brown and Ada's Mackenzie Wills. The Ohio Northern Junior with a powerful return. Wills advancing to the championship match. On the other side of the bracket, Bluffton's Aaron Hotmeyer taking on Ken's Michaela Schreiber. The Wildcat with a nicely placed shot. Schreiber goes the distance, winning 6-4, 2-6, 12-10. Her next opponent is the winner of Kunmi Ojo and Madison Schrader. Wildpot comes out on top of this matchup as Schrader goes cross court with a two-handed backhand. Schreiber and Schrader will play tomorrow at 9 for a spot in the title game. Men's side, Van Wert grad and Bluffton University student Brandon Amstutz taking out some aggression on the return. The former Cougar wins 6-0, 6-0. In the quarters, he has to face two-time Lada champion John Kidd, and the LCC grad touches one over the net. Kidd advancing to the final 6-0, 6-1. Shawnee represented well on the other side of the bracket. Jackson Schaff finding the back line against Jeff Arthur. Schaff wins 7-6, 6-1, and he will play a former teammate in the semis. Isaac Hanover with a good forehand into the corner. Schaff and Hanover will also play at 9 tomorrow for a spot in the finals. The championship matches will take place at 10:30. When we come back, we head to the majors, see if the Reds and Indians can continue their winning streaks right after this quick timeout. Welcome back. The ball club in Cincinnati is red hot as they look for their 6th straight win tonight. The Reds try and take their 3rd straight from the visiting Cubs. Tucker Barnhart, wasting no time, sees the first pitch fastball and crushes it. A 2-run shot to right center field gives the Reds a 2-0 lead. And in the 3rd, they have a huge 6-run inning. 4 of them coming from the pitcher, Anthony DeSclafani. Bases juiced, full count. Good night, Dave. Reds win 11-2, tying their season's best win streak. And the Indians are on fire too. The Tribe have won 5 straight and during their streak have outscored opponents 38-6. The Tigers try to cool them off, but Trevor Bauer gets the job done with the bases loaded. He returns in the 5th. Bauer gets Victor Martinez staring. He goes 6 1/3 with 11 strikeouts, and his teammates back him up. Bottom of the frame, Francisco Lindor leaves the yard with a solo shot. That's his 18th of the year. The Indians win 4-1, increasing their win streak to 6 in a row as well. And as for the Locos, unfortunately, Mother Nature took a toll on Simmons Field. They were originally scheduled for a game tonight, but instead will play a doubleheader tomorrow. First game will start at 6:30, and even though the Grand Lake Mariners are on the road, they too suffered from some of this rain. The M's will take on the Cincinnati Steam in a doubleheader tomorrow. Their first pitch is at 4:05 p.m. On the pitch, Ohio Northern is the place to be this weekend for the future college athletes. It starts in Crusher Stadium as the university hosts a women's soccer ID camp. High school standouts gather to be coached by the program's current and winningest head coach Mark Batman. The aspiring soccer stars gather from throughout multiple states and works as a perfect recruiting tool for the Polar Bears.
That's what we want, right? I mean, I think that's part of the fun process for us is some of these kids is the first time we're seeing them because maybe we haven't had a chance to see them in the last 2 years recruiting or whatever, and that's what we want. We want them to take that kind of ownership in the process because that's what we want while they're here. It's a good opportunity for them to get a feel for ONU, for us to get a feel for them, and kind of a fun competitive weekend for them.
ONU also opening their doors to aspiring pole vaulters. Kids 7th through 12th grade gathered at the University Fieldhouse to further their knowledge of the sport. Campers go through classroom sessions, gymnastics training, and deconstructive practices, including sprinting, planning skills, and energy transfer. When the campers put it all together, they hope to better their skill set as they move forward in the sport.
It's a chance for these kids to be immersed into this event. They're not worried about their friends back home. They're not worrying about going to the pool. They're not worrying about all the stuff they're doing in the summer. They're taking some time to really dive into this and become students of the sport. And I think that's really what they're taking out of it. An opportunity to talk with people that are in the know.
Anything they show you during the summer, you can just take and work on it until spring. And then hopefully by spring you have it perfected. So it's just, you get that extra step.
And Cynthia, we will see how exciting these pole vaulters' futures are in the near future.
All right, I could never do anything like that. Thanks so much. We'll be right back.